Hello and welcome to the Sweaty the Farmer and the news, where we bring you the new year, new news. Oh yeah, that wasn't confusing, right? This is our weekly show where we discuss some of the most important news in the gaming world. I am the low-name gamer as the Sweaty.
And I am Lucho the Farmer. Thanks for coming together this week to talk about some relevant news.
Some relevant news. One more time. In this year, new news, new us.
New
All
year,
right.
new news.
In the docket we have Path of Exile 2 is most likely coming in 2022. Tech tariffs and scarcity add up to the big PC hardware price hikes. And Diablo 3 speedrunning beat 2 world records with one crazy lucky run. So, Path of Exile 2, my friend.
Path of Exile 2.
Indeed. We are waiting for this. And since the...
Everyone is waiting for it in the ARPG community.
Yeah, the ARPG community is waiting for this game. Path of Exile has been like an astounding ARPG.
It is one of the few flagship ARPGs that we have right now.
Yeah. With a big thriving community, a lot of people still play it. I will dare to say that a little bit more people playing it than Diablo 3, consistently because of the leaks.
Probably.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And they announced the sequel of their Path of Exile at the end of 2018 in the Exile Con.
Yeah.
And for what we could see of the game is a little bit more streamlined. Well, I won't say streamlined, but easy to understand systems for what Path of Exile right now has to offer. And that is the major appeal of the actual sequel, beyond, of course, continuing this story from Path of Exile 1. Right?
Yeah, like a lot of people have expectations to see how they're gonna basically trim the fat around the game.
Yep, correct. And lowering the bar of entry of the game, simplifying.
I think more than lowering the bar of entrance is just that since the game has been around for a while, it has a lot of. It has the same problem that Warframe has. It has
a lot of old stuff that
like you build things on top of stuff. And at the end, you have a lot of
old things that you don't need
waste
anymore.
In a sense.
Yeah.
Just a lot of fat around the game.
Yeah.
That is just like a byproduct of adding stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing, but at some point you have to make the decision of okay, it's time to clean. To
clean some stuff.
and more than lowering the bar of entrance is doing a lot of that cleaning.
Correct.
Around a lot of the concepts that work for Path of Exile that may be plagued with just remnants of of the history of the game. Correct.
So, and of course they are trying to keep the depth of the game while making it streamlining, trimming the fat, and make it better
as much as possible.
Put it like better readability, because let's be honest, like the old UI design has been improving through the years. And making stuff more readable, easier to understand on how to present it.
I don't know how much can you improve the UI though.
Yes, you can improve it like a lot, make it more streamlined, more clean, easier to understand, avoiding like excess of information like in the first.
But the game has a lot of information in itself. Of course.
But there is ways to how do you say that? There is way to better present it to the player without overwhelming the player.
But if it is not, like, if the game is overwhelming and the information presented is not overwhelming, then the information that they're showing is not enough.
Yes, but there is way to ease the player into getting there, right? You don't have to like present all the information straight away to the player. You can do it in layers or in steps or whatever.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with that.
Why?
because you should have all the information necessary accessible to a player. Like, it shouldn't be hidden behind layers of things. Like menus and clicks and expand windows.
Expand windows. Yeah.
It should be just all there if possible.
The information is gonna be there, possible. Things like there is a cleaner way to present it. It's not that I'm hiding information. I'm saying that it's.
I really never thought the Path of Exile interface is that unclean.
It's not that clean, but it can be better.
It can be better. I don't think it's bad though.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. I didn't say it was bad.
That's how you're making it sound.
They will make it better. And it didn't say that it is bad. It is old.
No, but that's how you're making it sound.
It is an old interface.
It is an old interface. Yeah. But you know that, I mean, that was part of the appeal when Path of Exile came. Like even when it came out, the interface was already old because it was an homage to Diablo 2.
And that is correct. Yeah.
And like that old aesthetic was baked into
the
original Path of Exile.
I don't think they're losing the old aesthetic, to tell the truth.
Of the Diablo font is horrible to read. For example.
Yeah, that's true. No, but the aesthetic itself, I don't think they're losing it. As I remember seeing the demo that they show in ExileCon, they're not losing in that old aesthetic.
I mean, not from the basic AI, but like the whole game, the whole design of the game is cohesive with that old Diablo 2 aesthetic.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it's just old and it's not easy to read, but it was part of the appeal for a lot of people that got into Path of Exile at the time.
Correct. Anyway, so it is delayed. It was supposed to come around like this year in 2021. That was the original plan, but because everything that is happening in the world, their studio in New Zealand haven't been able to expand as it usually does when it is developing leagues and that sort of stuff with international talent, because New Zealand has been closed and open for a long time, so they haven't been able to bring international talent to expand the office in New Zealand. So that is the reason they publish for why the delay overall. But most likely will be ready for 2022 if everything goes according to their plan and things get better.
I mean, that's the hope. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see how the year pans out.
Yeah, we will see. But nevertheless, they are still putting leagues on time, so that's good for the Path of Exile one. They just announced the new Echoes of Atlas League will come this January 15th. So there you go. Still have new leagues in Path of Exile, more Path of Exile to play. I am very confident that they're gonna do a very good job with Path of Exile 2, to tell the truth. For what I've seen of their job they do in the leagues, I think they're very good at doing what they're doing. So I'm confident that Path of Exile 2 is gonna be good, and I'm
confident that it will eventually be good.
Yeah, of course it will require iteration. They do it with the leagues too, but they're pretty fast at doing it. Like, if there is a problem with the league, they balance and solve it like through the first week or 2 weeks of the league, something like that. They're very quick to respond to feedback and problems inside the content they deliver. So that makes it good too, right?
I don't know. I've said it before. I'm not a big fan of fast, like changing things too fast in games.
Fair enough, but I don't know. I like them. I like GGG as a game.
I'm not saying I don't like them.
I like their philosophy and the way they work Path of Exile. So I'm confident that the product they're gonna deliver in 2 is gonna be good.
Yeah, it's fine. I prefer the let it breathe approach.
Fair enough. Will you play Path of Exile 2? You didn't play Path of Exile 1.
Neither did
play?
you.
What?
Neither did you.
I did play Path of Exile 1.
For like a week.
I didn't get to the end game, but I did play it.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't count for a lot of Path of
It
Exile
counts as
players.
playing it.
I don't think.
I play it. Anyways.
That's I wouldn't say that. That sounds disrespectful to the people who put a lot of hours into it.
Okay. Anyways. So, yeah. Path of Exile 2 will be coming in 2022. Best of luck to GGG. And hopefully this year will be better for them. And for everyone.
Yep.
So that's it. Wait for it. Big news in the ARPG genre. All right. Our next news of this week is tech tariffs and scarcity add up to big PC hardware price hikes. So the hope was that between January and February, the PC parts market, PC hardware market will get a little bit more down in prices and that sort of stuff. But because of the pandemic and everything else, they haven't fully fixed the supply shortages.
I still don't know who was saying that.
The market in general. The market was hoping that...
What marketing? Like none of the tech reviewers that I follow
the tech news
was hoping for that.
The January, February will be better. At least it won't be better in
I never
prices.
heard that.
It won't be better.
Once.
No, it won't be better in prices. They were saying that will be better in availability of.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. I feel like
Yeah.
most tech sources that I follow were kind of it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna be bad all around.
Like there were no signs at the end of last year that things were gonna change.
Yeah, people were hoping that there was gonna be more availability.
That's okay. That's different. One
Yeah.
thing is hoping, one thing is what people were expecting.
Yeah, people were hoping that there were gonna be more availability around this year.
That's different. Like people were hoping.
Yeah.
But I don't think any regional tech like news source was actually expecting better nor prices nor perk on shelves.
Yeah, but there you go. So if you're upgrading your computer, want to change some parts of the computer, it is not the time to do it. and I think the scalper problem exacerbated all this, right? Like because
it just made it worse, but I don't think that was that big of a deal to begin with.
Yeah. So yeah, if you wanna buy like a Neo graphics card or CPU, it's gonna cost you dearly right now. Or advice is, don't do it. Just wait for next year. It's not a requirement. I have a 1080 Ti and like I have a pretty beefy PC, but my PC is 3 years off, and I was able to play Cyberpunk 2077 easily, or any last gen game. I'm able to play any last gen game fine. So
last gen or current gen?
Current gen game fine. So I think it'd be fine. Plus, on top of that, the RTX technology is pretty new.
Yeah, RTX is still pretty new, at least in the PC space. And I think, as we have said before, until we don't get like strong development for consoles with RTX technology, we won't be seeing much in the PC space.
Yeah, correct. So,
like it or no, PC market is still smaller than console. So
that is true.
And that's not gonna change anytime soon.
Nope.
So
even if PC building got more popular because of Henry Cavill building PCs, anyways.
I don't think it has to do anything with him.
I know. But yeah, so it's bad. It's bad, and it's gonna continue being bad till at least I will say My hopes is like at least after summer, it will start getting better. That's my guess. If people get vaccinated and all those processes and stuff, and the market stabilize, and we have more stocks in the market, we have more variety of graphics card and CPUs for more manufacturer people, and then the prices will drop a little bit, and we will be in deep in this generation of cars, right?
Yeah, we'll see how the whole situation evolves.
Yeah, will you hoping to upgrade any part of your PC in these days?
Nope.
No, you weren't hoping to upgrade any part of it. If you will upgrade, what will you change? When will you upgrade then? What will be your plan for upgrading? Because I recently bought RAM. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not really enough.
Yeah.
You're not changing all your RAM. You're just buying extra sticks.
Yeah, so I buy extra RAM.
It is technically an upgrade, but it's not like you're replacing a major component.
Yes, that is true.
If I were to, I'll probably upgrade my graphics card, but I'll probably get a last gen graphics card.
So
I still don't think it's, I still don't think it's worth, at least for me, buying
3080.
Yeah.
Or DX. There you go. So I have a friend who's gonna be very sad for this. It's gonna cost him. He needs 2 graphics cards.
He needs them.
He needs them, yeah. So I don't know what
for professional reasons. He needs them.
He needs them for professional reasons. He's a graphics designer, so he probably won't need. He needs to render stuff. So there you go.
That's probably the only scenario you have to.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the reason. But man, the market. This is sad.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I wonder if people are still mining bitcoins.
I mean, they still do it. It's not a craze like it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and so much scarcity of, to the point that we were checking out with a friend. There is this crazy website where they sell super overclock, super cool graphics card, and they have this Kingpin series, which is like the biggest workhorse that you can buy, right? So it's like a 3090 RTX with like liquid cooling and separated stuff. Is a monster of a graphics card. Super expensive, like $2,000, something like that. And we were seeing that I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and to the point that the high end offerings from them, they were all locked out to be exclusive for members of the thing. So they locked out that part of the market and put it like, if you have bought a car from us, then you are able to put yourself in a list to get one of these cars. To that extent, the scarcity has been growing. And like 2 weeks ago, you just went to the website and pulled yourself in a list for those graphics cards.
Sure, but still, Kingpin is a very bad metric to measure that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you an example.
I know, but it's a very bad example.
All right, I'm sorry.
Because they're a really small production, and it's definitely not aimed for for general consumer.
They're so good. But anyways.
Matt, what's the point? I'm not saying they're bad.
Yeah. Anyways, the overall thing is
they are high-end cards.
Yeah.
Completely marketed to overclockers, and like not to your. I'm gonna overclock it once and leave it there.
Yeah.
Like to overclockers who are actually like pushing the scores on them benchmarks.
I know, but they're cool. Anyways.
I'm not saying they're not cool. I'm just saying that your example is bad because it's not representative of what people will even look into.
Yes. Anyway, so if you're planning to buy a computer, or if you're planning to upgrade parts of your computer, we will advise you here to wait. till after summer at least and see how the market adjusts and that sort of stuff. Because right now it is pretty bad and pretty expensive. You can still do it, but it's gonna cost you at least 25% more than it usually costs, right?
Oh, more than that.
Yeah, even more, even more than that. That's kind of basically. All right, and our last news of this week is Diablo 3 speedrunner beat 2 world records, not only one, 2 world records, because they were including 2 categories in any percent speedrunning on Diablo 3. So, the Games Done Quick event has been running these weeks. They do two events a year. They do one in the middle of the year, and then they do one at the end of the year, and they do it for charity. They're a great community, amazing, and they have different categories. One is 100%, the other is any percent, and there's specific categories by game, like get this amount of stuff and blah blah blah. We're punctually talking about any percentage. What does that mean? That you don't have to do everything in the game. You can skip parts if the game lets you, right? So if the game lets you skip a boss fight to continue and finish the game, you are be able to do it. If you're running in the 100% category, you have to do that boss fight, even if it's skippable. That's the difference. So anyways, long story short, they did a new world record in the 3-player category and the 4-player category, because they were including both. At 1 hour, 19 minutes and 15 seconds, they run all the Diablo 3 campaign, all 5 acts. And they use a cool technique called leapfrogging, where they leave one of the players by the quest giver, and the other 2 players go and do the quest. And that way they instantly teleport. And one of the other players go to another zone. One of the players do the quest. So they finish the quest, they deliver the quest, and then they all teleport to the 3rd player to go as fast as possible. So you don't have to. So you won't have to traverse the chapters. So you don't traverse the chapter as little as possible. And this required a very, very good amounts of coordination, and on top of that, luck, right? Yeah. So the thing is, like in Diablo 3, you need certain items. Well, the thing is, like, you need certain items to drop for you, and everything, and all that is random. So you need luck to cut on time, and you need certain legendaries at some points, because all the items scale as you are leveling up going through the campaign. So you need certain legendaries in certain points, so you get enough DPS to go through the bosses quick enough. And they were spectacular. They got lucky with the drops. They got the drops where they needed. But the most amazing thing of this is, like, it showcased what is important in the sport of speedrunning: coordination, luck, and be very tight in what you're doing and know the game straight up.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
those things come with practice. There's nothing you can do with, like, it is or it isn't.
Yeah, it is or it isn't, but but yeah, it is a big factor of the speedrun community, the lucky part, because if you're trying to do a skip or something like that and you fail the first time, you're losing time, right? And that is part luck. If you do it right, or if you need a certain drop at a certain point, especially in these like looters games, that is influenced by luck too. So they got lucky, and they were super coordinated in the leapfrog technique and everything else, and they put not only in the 3 category leaderboard, but they beat the 4-player category too. Which
I wonder why were they including the 4-player category?
Apparently they're very close. Like, apparently there is not much difference between 3 and 4.
Difference in what?
I don't know. It doesn't say punctually, but I imagine that is the scaling or the coordination of how much you can advance. where you can put the people in.
Why would that define a category?
I don't know. Maybe the scaling will be it will be the one that makes more sense.
Sure. That's what would make the most sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was just surprised. Like, I guess it's just kind of a loophole because there was no 3-player category.
Yeah, probably.
That's all.
Probably that's the thing. Like, there is no 3-player category. If I was a betting man, is that probably the thinking of the community is like 4 players gives you more DPS than 3 players or more people to run the quests faster. So maybe that's the reason why they didn't have a 3-player category.
I mean, it probably just like more than that. It was probably there was not enough games running 3-player conversations.
What the article says is they beat the previous record in the Diablo 3-player category, but also topped the 4-player category, and he did it with minutes to spare. That's impressive since having a 4 helping hand makes the game even easier.
I know.
Yeah.
And I understand that they broke the time for the 4-player category.
Yeah, so that's
I know I get that. That's not what I'm saying. Like, it just sounds like a loophole. Like,
yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you broke the record in the in the 4-player category, which it shouldn't be because the 4-player will make it easier and quicker. But there you go. I think that's the reason. It's like they do it so well.
Is it amazing that they did it faster than 4-player? Yes.
Yeah, probably that's the reason.
That doesn't take out of the accomplishment. It just it sounds like a loophole of the of how the categories are set up.
You gotta call the speedrunning lawyers and tell them I don't think this is right. This is a loophole.
I don't care.
I know.
I mean, I guess if there are prizes on the line, people will comment on the fact.
Yeah. I think if there's prizes on the line, they will probably just give in the price of the 3-player category, but the fact that they beat the 4-player one is the
that's amazing.
Yeah. They were
it's a huge accomplishment, but
yeah, super insanely coordinated. You see them like making calls and like they look like a esport team. They're like, oh yeah, this, and they're super serious about the whole thing.
I'm pretty sure any team doing speedrunning works like that.
Yeah, it's an actual, like, considered an actual sport. So there you go. And if you're interested in see it, like the game's done quick things, great. And if you have the money to spare, please donate to the causes. They always do donation to cancer research hospitals and that sort of stuff. So it's a very, very, very cool community. Will you be interested in speedrunning a game?
Nope.
No? If you must speedrun a game, which game will you speedrun?
None. I mean, it's not that I don't care, but I don't find it appealing for me. That's not how I enjoy games.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do I think it's amazing when people do it? Yeah, and I like watching them speedrun.
Especially when they do these special ones like blindfolded or crazy stuff like that.
Oh, for those I don't care. Like, it's the blindfolded things. It's like a gimmick.
It's crazy. Like, or like with a Guitar Hero. There was one with beating games quick with Guitar Hero controls. That sort of stuff. I put hindrance on it.
That's less amusing to me.
Anyways, it's a great community, and yeah, congratulations to this team, Metro Hexon and Wishbera, to bring us a new Diablo 3 world record run in the campaign.
Still relevant.
Yes, definitely. All right, and that's all the news for this new week. New year.
That's all for this week's news.
Yeah.
With the Sweaty and the Farmer.
Indeed.
My name is Lucho. And you can find me on Twitter at LuisGPolanco.
And I am the Long Name Gamer, and you can find me on Twitter at the Long Name Gamer. And yeah, you can find me there. I'm not gonna advertise my Twitch channel because I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So there you go. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to the Sweaty the Farmer and the news. We love you so much. Please do everything to share and tell us what can we do to improve the show. We were thinking about that. So if you have any feedback or anything else, please write us down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, leave us a comment. We always check the comments. And yeah, thank you and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.